Charlie, I feel like I just have to start out by apologizing on behalf of America because we did not want you to leave. And
Thank you.
everyone, I know you don't have your phone, right? You still don't have your
I
phone?
don't have my phone.
Okay, so the people have spoken and they're very upset. They're
Wow.
very, very upset with you leaving. So tell me, how are you feeling? It's been a couple of days. You're still in Fiji.
Look, I'll be honest with you, like, devastated about the situation. It's a really tough one to take, like the manner in which it happened, to kind of go through those last few days of, you know, the ups and downs of me and Hannah, kind of feeling like I'm competing for her and, at times feeling like I'm losing her. And then to kind of have this moment where we come together and she basically says, like, look, you're who I want to continue this journey with. This kind of almost typical Love Island journey they talk about, where somebody has their head turned, but they realize what they want was already there. They come back together, they come back stronger. And it genuinely felt like after that conversation, wow, okay, we're about to be struck. Like the bond felt stronger, the connection felt stronger. And I was so excited in that moment for what was to come for me and her. I was like, wow, we're gonna grow, and whatever comes our way, we literally said to each other, whatever comes our way now, let's just take it on, and whatever happens, happens. But we're in this together type thing. And, you know, only for that to just completely be torn apart. And, not only am I out the villa, but now she's continuing that journey with that very guy that, I was in the situation with. It is nasty.
It must not feel great to watch all of that.
It doesn't feel great at all. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't really watched the newer episodes because I don't want to watch that. I don't want to
Mhm.
watch that. I don't know what person would want to watch anyone they've just had such a beautiful experience with or kind of falling for, and then, go and watch. Nobody likes to see someone they like with someone else on Instagram. So could you imagine it in episodes in such a intense, unique environment? Like
Mm.
it's a tough one to take for sure.
Did you think she was going to leave the villa with you?
No, and that never crossed my mind. And the truth is, there's two things to that. And the first one is, look, Love Island is such a unique and rare experience that, not many people get to experience it. And just because I was robbed of it, I don't think she should be robbed of it too.
Mm.
And secondly, we were just on that verge. Had it have been another week or two together after that conversation, maybe then we would have been so in tune, but I would have never expected it. Like I say, I think, it's a very rare, unique experience, and I wouldn't want her to be robbed of it too. So it never crossed my mind.
When you were saying your goodbyes, I mean, it was so sad. She was so sad. And you
Yeah.
said to her that you are going to wait for her outside of the villa to
Mm.
reconnect. Are you still wanting to do that, even though you now know that she has moved on back to Pepe?
Yeah, she's moved on that to Pepe. Look, it's a situation of I've got to move on too, if that's the case, I will always have time for her in terms of the fact that what we went through together was unique and only me and her would know how that felt. Um, if she genuinely moves on with Pepe and that becomes a thing, it wasn't meant to be. That's the thing. It's about acceptance of what's meant to be or not. Um, of course, I just feel like we were robbed of more time and journey, and it's such a shame that the what me and her and the world weren't able to kind of show that to ourselves and to the world, because I think me and Hannah, we were honestly like little giddy children, our time
Yeah.
together. We were just laughing all the time. We were always doing like we were different to the others. Like the others were always, we were just always laughing and singing and doing, just it was different. I can't explain it. Maybe that's what drew her towards me towards the end. Maybe I'm not like the typical guys, as she said, that she usually dates. Um, but in terms for your question, look, if it's a situation of what's meant to be is meant to be, and it is what it
Right.
is.
Between the three of you, I mean, how shocked were you even to be standing up there You said a speech to the rest of the Islanders,
I know.
imploring them to keep you on.
I know.
How shocked, like, what was going through your head?
So yeah, so I pitched, I fought to the very end, I had to
Yeah.
let them know this amazing conversation we just had. I had to let them know, look, guys, like we've just gone through our first hurdle. You've got to understand this is like, I fought to the end. No one else did. And in that moment, I kind of knew I was done. I'm not gonna lie. I knew it. I knew I was gonna be the easy vote. I knew I was gonna be the easy vote. Um, they were never gonna vote Huda, the girls. Of course, they were never gonna vote Huda. I wasn't sure if they'd vote Taylor, but then at the same time, I'm looking at it now, they were always going to vote me. And that's the brutality of it. I just think I was the easy vote. I think the girls probably, they'd grown a friendship with Hannah, but also they probably would have looked at what happened the last few days and they looked at, okay, Hannah was going off with Pepe. Probably they didn't know if they probably didn't know exactly what Hannah had said to me as well. I don't think anyone expected her reaction because they didn't realize what we just said or what she just said. So, you know, I was disappointed with Amaya's vote and I was disappointed with Sierra's vote.
Mm. Clearly, Amaya did not know because Amaya and Hannah were friends. So clearly, she did not know the conversation that you guys just had, or else I feel like she would have voted differently.
Well, this is what I don't understand as well. And what I don't understand is, she said in my conversation with her, me and Hannah are very close friends. She also then said in a conversation with Hannah, I understand why he pulled me for a chat because he was acting impulsively, his emotions were all over the place, and it's true. And so she understood all those things, right? Yet she still decided to vote me out. And to this day, I don't know if it was like an impulsive thing of just thinking, okay, he's done this. Maybe Hannah likes Pepe more, or because they hadn't known that we just had that conversation. So she did that vote, and it was just so brutal, man. Like all I could do was just stand there and watch it happen. And like
Mm.
after that conversation, the timing of it, it was just horrific because you go from one high of wow, this is amazing, like let's take on everything that comes to I've got to say goodbye to you. Will I ever see you again? Like it's crazy,
Mm.
crazy.
Who do you think, in your opinion, who do you think should have gone home?
You know, part of me was thinking about this, and anyone could have been sent home. At the time, I didn't know if Taylor and Alondria's connection was as strong as the other mine and Huda's. I hadn't seen much of them together. I'd seen them do their things, but in terms of intimacy and public display of affection, I hadn't seen. And that's not necessarily means everything, but I definitely don't think it should have been me.
I know you don't have your phone, so just so you know, a lot of fans are hoping that you come back, maybe you show up to Casa Amor. Would you be open to that?
I'm 100% ready to go. Send me back into the villa so I can go and see if Hannah's still feeling the same way. What a way it would be to see. Let's see. Let us see. Grow with Pepe. Let's see what happens. Whether
Right.
she's with Pepe still after Casa Amor or not. Throw me back in there. And I would say this, if she had chosen Pepe over me in a normal classic dumping, I'd take it like a man and I'll move on and I'll say that sucked. But the fact that I think from what you're saying, the world sees and how I feel I was robbed of my opportunity to grow with her.
Mm.
I think what a moment it would be to send me back through that villa to see one more time. Okay, then, let me get it back.
I mean, I'm here for it. The
You're here for
thousands
it.
of people on TikTok are here for it.
There we go. I'm ready. I'm ready.
But would there be anyone else you would want to explore a connection with if given the opportunity? Or do you regret not exploring a connection with anyone?
You know, I was thinking like, was there other ways I could have done it? And the truth is that, sorry, the truth is the type of guy I am, I genuinely just follow like what makes me happy
Mm.
and who makes me happy. And from the moment me and Hannah were together, it was like this instant, like we just would, constantly like smile and laugh. Like as soon as we stepped into the room, we'd find each other. It was just an instant weird, I can't explain it. And maybe this is to my own downfall, maybe. But everybody says in the villa you should always explore, and I tried to do that. I did. I felt like though there wasn't much for me to, but I also was content with what I had at the time. So I don't think there's anything I could have done differently. I think my journey is that it, it's the Hannah journey. Part of me does not want that journey to be over. Like I said, I think there needs to be round two. Um, let's see how much weight that conversation holds still. Maybe in a few weeks,
Hmm.
but we'll
But you
see.
won't be watching though, or will be watching like with your eyes, your hands over your eyes,
Yeah,
or fast
let's see,
forward.
look, like right now it's hard
Yeah.
because I can't lie, there's part of me that feels like it should have been me. I saw a clip that they went on a date after and it really hurt. It hurt. I know they had to do it, but it hurt. I was like, man, I fought for her. Like I literally fought to the very end. She chose me. Like, what more could I have done? So that hurt, and I was like, I don't want to see this. Why would I want to torture myself like this and watch them grow? So I want to see my friends in there. Like I do want to see, I want to see what Jeremiah's up to. I want to see what Nick's up to. Austin, of course, man. That guy,
He's funny.
Austin's the best, and Austin's so authentically real that I just feel like, man, he's great. And I don't care who he's with. I feel like he should win,
Well,
because
he's with
he's,
Amaya now, and people are here
is
for
he?
it.
Is
Yeah,
yeah, well, he and Amaya had that meditation moment.
which was funny.
Um, he had that meditation moment with Amaya, didn't he? Then, and I always said he should have. Okay, so he's with Amaya. Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah. So
Hopefully, he's there.
okay, so the big thing, then I need to fill you in. The big thing is Huda and Jeremiah. It
Mm.
exploded after you left.
Hmm.
Exploded, exploded, exploded. And now he is coupled up with Iris and Huda is alone. And a lot of people are thinking that she needs to be taken off the island.
Mm.
What was your, like, what did you think about all the drama brewing between the two of them before you left?
Yeah, so I always felt like the downfall of Huda and Jeremiah would be themselves. I never thought it would be a bombshell. I
Mm,
never thought it was going to be someone that would come in. I just felt like the pressure they were creating on themselves would eventually, do you know what I mean? And I think that's what's happened. I think I can't explain it. Do I think they're a match on the outside? I don't think so. I don't, to be honest. And it's an interesting one that it's playing out like this because on the first or second day, they're locked in. But as the time went on, there was these little things, these little arguments they were having over small, stupid things. For example, the pancake thing, right? I mean, I'm not being funny. If your
mm,
girlfriend's going to have a go at you for not making her a pancake just the one morning and make you feel less of a man for it, personally, that's not for me. So I don't know. I think we'll see what happens with their journey. But I always said the downfall of them would probably be themselves. And I think that's what's happening.
yeah. I mean, I don't think there's much of a journey anymore between the two of them. So,
Really?
yeah.
Damn, I do need to see it, man. I need to
You
see
need to
it.
see it because people are calling for Huda to leave the island because she's so toxic. So I don't know, did you feel that way when you were on it that like it was pretty toxic with her?
From the conversations that I had with, like, from what I heard about some of the things that she was on Jeremiah's case, all I would say for that is, there's things that personally I wouldn't want to have to deal with, little things. For
Mm,
example, the pancake thing, you
right.
know, why make a deal out of that?
Sadly, I'm already getting wrapped, but I really want to know. Nick and
Okay.
Erlandria, people are shipping them online where I don't even know. Did you see any sparks fly between the two of them?
Nick and Alandria.
Yes, people are so shipping them, including Nick's family. They think they're like secretly like looking at each other and secretly vibing.
Really? They're not
Yes.
together, right? Are they now? They haven't put the.
No.
I don't know what's going on the outside then, but I never sensed any sort of sexual energy or chemistry in that sense between them. I
Okay.
don't think, unless they've been keeping it really secret.
Unless it's
Uh,
been
but
secret.
but no, that's interesting. But no, I never sensed anything like that. As far as I was concerned, I thought it was just his situation. was Sierra.
Mm.
Mm,
Charlie, well, I hope that maybe we'll see you in Casa Amor because you're open to it. You obviously have unfinished business.
100%.
So if not, well, I'm sure we'll see you on social media.
Thank you so much. You've been amazing.